Wednesday.
Yeah, I can't believe it's the end of the month already. We got through the long month.
Yeah, just barely.
Long noise.
Oh, I probably used it.
Did I tell you what Kai said about?
Did I tell you I'm live?
Oh, I thought you go live at 2. Sorry.
I usually go live at between 1 and 1:30. I'm actually a bit late.
Okay.
Ugh. Hi, Tinksters. I'm having a shower after dinner, okay?
Okay.
Just so you know.
I had a shower last night because Mom was grooming today. So I really didn't have time.
Oh, well. That's where those socks have been. I was wondering where those were. I have a clean mat on here.
Yeah.
Where'd that,
Yeah, who's in my room after I'm done with the dinner?
All right. Next one to join the air dry team. Enjoying the air dry team there, Maddie?
Oh, sorry.
Oy. All right. Oh, it's a bummer to take her apart, but it's the only way to get her painted. I was wondering where that hairband was. I'll have to get a short onesie for her. Oh, I gotta undo these. Oh, I don't think I did before pics of Maddie. So I'll have to change her for that first. And then I'll take her apart on the tonight's live and then soak her overnight. Because you want to be able to show people the limbs, what they look like and everything. Her arms can't move yet because they haven't been glazed yet. So they're kind of stuck in that position right now. Oh, Gotta do it in the back, I think. No. Oh, on the side. Okay. I'll just go into Olivia's summer clothes and get her something that will show off her limbs for her before photos. Okay, whose bag is that? Oh, that's it right there. Olivia's bag. Getting Kai's Maddie ready to be done next.
Oh.
Yeah, but I gotta change her for her before photos. I forgot about that. I probably don't have my, Hey, Maddie, let's get you... What?
I said I seen my Maddie yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, but yours is a restore. This is brand new.
Yeah, mine has. Yeah. Okay. Is that everything?
Uh-huh, thanks. So, hi.
Oh, you started another baby. Where is it?
Do I have any preemies? Yes, actually, I'm working on 2 preemies right now. Oh, of my own, I have Little Prem. She's not painted yet. She's by Laura Lee Eagle. She's 14 inches. I'm painting her in the spring. And she's mine. But I'm currently in heat set, working on a Cuddle Preemie and a Tink Preemie by Bonnie Brown. Okay. We need like a onesie. I need a onesie so it'll show off her thighs in her photos.
I can't find one. I might have one in my drawer.
I have lots of clothes here. It's just that they're kind of mixed up. Just looking for Oh no, there's a hole in this bag. Holes in. Wait. What?
I'll pick it up.
I thought you meant. I don't have right now. Oh, I like this one. This one's cute. What is this one? Yeah, it's poop. What size is it? That looks kind of. Is that really 6 months? Holy smokes. Oh, it's gonna. Says 6 months.
Well, it might. I see the big one.
Yeah. Well, I'll see. I'll try it. See ya. Thanks.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to my room now. Is that okay? 2 o'clock.
Do they still have which? I'm sorry. Are you talking about this kit? Are you asking if they still have this kit, Maddie? If you're talking about Maddie, they still sell Maddie, yes. If you're asking about Little Prem, yeah, Little Prem is still available. But Maddie, yeah, I was just actually going through kits last night, and I did see Maddie on there. Liam is still available as well. Oops. Keep forgetting to do the buttons. I've actually done that to poor rural children too, and they're like, ah! I'm like, hold on, there's just a button I forgot to undo. So I'm just putting this on so I can do her before photos after my live. And then when I come back tonight, I'm going to take her apart and soak her. And this one's going to be an air dry. So this is my third Maddie will be painting. And then I have another Maddie that I'll be doing in heat set. Probably in the summer or fall. Not sure yet. That's how things go. Yeah, it literally just fits her. I probably wouldn't have put this one on her if she was painted, because I would worry about it being too tight, but she's not painted, so it's fine. My sister has a Maddie upstairs that I'll be restoring. But, so, this is a customer's Maddie, so she won't be for sale. She's a custom. And she has glass eyes. She's got beautiful blue glass eyes, you can see there. She's really cute. Yeah. Right? And we'll just put a hat on you. Let me see. I can find. Or a. Actually, I think a headband would be cuter. So she's got purple. A lot of purple in that. Yellow or teal. Sorry about that, but... Oh, yeah, I'll take that. That's gonna be, oh, there might be an item in here. Just give me a second that I need you to bring upstairs. Okay. I haven't used this one in a long time. It's like brand new. So, Mom gave me that mini washer, so I'm going to use it for headbands and socks and hats. Because it would be more delicate than going in the washing machine. We got to get some more light on you, Maddie. What's going on here?
Hang on.
Zip. There you go.
Oh, he's really freaking. I'm coming. Spencer, you're fine. Hang on.
Isn't she just adorable? She's precious. Wait till you guys see her painted. So this is my third Maddie that I'll be doing. But the very first Maddie that I've done in about probably 4 years. Yeah, it's been about 4 years since I've done a Maddie. So you guys will be really shocked at the differences. So I have a picture of the first Maddie I did next to the second Maddie, and you can already see a big difference. The second Maddie I used Liquid X Soft Body professional paint, but it was too soft, you know, and thick. It was really hard to get those, but she still came out really cute, but she looked more airbrushed. So, but on this one, I'll be using Golden Fluids and Ultimate Fusion, and I have a lot of mediums and stuff. So that makes a big difference. I've also learned a lot along the way in detailing and all that kind of stuff. So she's going to be very different than my other two. Much more, even higher realism. So I'm really excited to see how she turns out. So I can put her next to my second one. And then I'll be restoring. This will be air dry, and then I'll be restoring another Maddie probably in the fall, I would imagine, um, in heat set. But she's a restore. She has a little bit of damage right here on the other one, so I have vinyl putty to restore that, and then she'll be completely repainted and redone and everything. So that'll be my fourth Maddie. So I'm excited. Having a hard time reading the phone so low. I'm doing my very last customs. I won't be doing customs anymore after the ones that I have already committed to. Um, just because it's in heat set, there's more of a responsibility in customs. Like air dry, I didn't mind doing customs, but I'll be leaving air dry completely in the spring. I'm just finishing the ones that I've already committed to because they've already paid for it. And my air dries are cheaper than my heat set. So I asked her if she wanted to pay more to do her in heat set, but she said no, she wanted to keep her in air dry. Because she prefers sleeping babies in her nursery, so she's not sure how much she's going to bond to this one, but she wants to have her for her line of work because she's a psychology student, wants to work with autism people. So but I think she's going to fall in love with her because she's very cute. I told her, just put one of those sleeping masks on her at night, or turn her over the other way, or turn her around. If you wake up in the middle of the night to go pee, and she's like looking at you with a big smile on her face, you know what I mean? I have one open eye in mine, and I have her sleeping in the bassinet, so if I get up to go to the bathroom, I can't see her staring at me. But yeah, it's because of heat set. I'm scared because if you damage someone's kit, you have to replace it. So, but the ones I committed to, I have to do those ones. But yeah, those are beautiful. These are I don't know if those are German glass eyes. They kind of look like German eyes. They could also be the I'll have to ask my customer, but the eyes are absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Wow, she's gonna be amazing when she's done. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, she is so adorable. Am I keeping the last Maddie? That's my sister's Maddie. Yes. I gave her to my sister because of the damage. It just wouldn't be worth all the work to sell her at a boo-boo price. So that's why I decided to just give her to my sister, because she really loves the open eyes. But they still sell Maddie. But I'm excited to see how she's going to turn out. It's going to be a while before she sends the other two kits here. Because we have major snowstorm coming. So I told her I'll start working on Maddie in the meantime. Well, when you're not used to it, it can be scary if you're not used to it. When I got my first Reborn, I was overwhelmed at first myself. But as you look at them and spend time with them, you can't help but to love them. You just can't help it. But at first, it can be very intimidating, for sure. Oh, are ya? Yeah, she's a beauty, isn't she? She's just gorgeous. No, these eyes are glass eyes, so they're quite expensive, but wow. Those might be German glass eyes, I think. I don't know. I'll have to ask her. She's at work right now. But she loves Pooh Bear, like me, my customer, so that's why I want her to fit into this. But if she was painted this shrunk, this is supposed to be 6 months. Well, Maddie can wear, is usually in 6 to 9 months, comfortably. But you can get bigger sizes. If you get the larger 3 to 6 months, that might fit her. It just depends. But Kai has her pretty full. It also depends how much you fill their cloth body. Kai likes them full and chunky. Isn't it adorable? I love Winnie the Pooh. But yeah, so I'll be working on her. So basically what I'll be doing with the air dries, okay, is I'll be working on them in the evenings on TikTok and weekends on this channel. I will work on them during the day, during the week, if there's nothing I can do on the heat set because I have to wait for baking. But the heat sets are my priority because they've been started first. So whoever starts first has more priority, especially if it's customers. So, yeah, so that's my plan for them because it's so we're in a very what they call an Arctic front. Even New York is on a emergency state of emergency because it's going to be dropping to below 40 with the cold. You know how there's a temperature and then it says feels like? Well, it's going to feel like below 40 degrees in New York City. Which it doesn't usually ever get that cold in New York. Oh, yeah, I did answer you. You must have jumped off. In my personal nursery, I have one preemie. I will be painting her in the spring. She's called Little Prem by Laura Lee Eagles, Laura is still selling her. She's absolutely amazing. She's only 14 inches long, if the legs were not bent. So 13 with bent legs, and she is very highly realistic preemie. She fits in preemie clothes. She's very, very realistic preemie, like in the hospital preemie, or just able to come home from the hospital type of preemie. Laura Lee Eagles did a wonderful job sculpting her. I'm currently working on 2 preemies in heat sets that are not mine. One is a cuddle body, and the other one is a customer's, and her name is Tink by Bonnie Brown. She's really cute. If you want like a longer preemie than 13, 14, and you want open eyes, Tink is a really beautiful one by Bonnie Brown. I actually have pictures posted of Tink. They should be on my YouTube account in my videos if you want to see what she looks like. Tank's I forget how much her kit is. But it runs close to, I think, 160 Canadian, because I'm in Canada. I can't remember exactly how much she is. But sometimes I get seconds too. So you can get her even cheaper. Seconds just means that they didn't come out perfect. That's all that means. Ow. Like they might have some issues. So for the one that my customer bought a seconds tank, and she has like a little bit of bubbling on her finger here. And that's it. And she got her. I sent one. I ordered one and they sent two. Oh well, we need them anyway. Here. These are for Hershey. They better be small. Yeah.
Okay. Come on, Spence.
He doesn't have any more though.
My heel.
And he can't walk properly in the ones Noah wears. So here, those are for... Oh, let's let everyone say hi to Spencer for a second.
Okay.
Okay, hang on, you guys. I'm gonna turn the camera around. You guys got to see this puppy. You got to see this.
Back, 'cause I have to bring these upstairs.
Okay, just come back then. Say hello. Don't worry about your mother. She should come back for you. Say hello. Say hi, I'm Spencer. He's an apricot poodle. What is he, 7 months, Trey?
Yeah, he'll be 8 months.
Oh, you smell so nice. He just had a grooming and a bath, so he smells really nice. He's wearing, I bought him this outfit on AliExpress. Isn't it adorable? His butt.
We need to get him weighed.
My Daisy has one. My Shih Tzu Daisy has one. It's pink. Same thing, but pink. Where's she going? Where's she going? Did you have a grooming? Right? Poodles get gnats really easily, so it's important that they get groomed at least every 2 months. So we're groomers, so we groom our own dogs here. What are you doing? Plus, we have a business, a grooming business. Say hello. I'm Spencer. I'm a big sucky baby. Are you cute? Are you cute? Say you're cute. Say you're cute. Say I'm cute. I'm cute. I'm cute. He looks at himself on the phone too. It's really funny. He's so smart, so observant of everything around him, right? You gotta know everything that's going on. Hello, Germany. God bless you as well. I've already told you that I cannot, I can't feed them on and all that on this channel. This is my art channel. This is for working. This is for making the babies only. If you want to see that stuff, I have a personal nursery at All My Children Nursery. That's the channel where you'll see me role play with them. But on this channel, it's all about the art. I generally do hold them when they're completed. So I can show people how they look, different angles of them on the live, especially if they're up for sale. But as far as my personal nursery, I don't do that with them on this channel. And I don't really role play on this channel because they're not my babies and I want to keep them in as perfect condition as I can. And if they are my babies, then I'll do that on my personal nursery channel. Because some people are here for just the art and learning. They're here to learn. Some are just interested to see how they're created. So they're not really here for that purpose. So that's why the two channels are separated. As soon as my sister comes, I'm gonna start working. Gotta give her baby back. Do you want me to bottle feed you? No, no. Look at that mouth, you guys. Isn't it adorable? What?
I'm gonna have this wash because the arm fell on the key.
Oh, well, it's gonna have to go in the next laundry. That's my sister. I'm working on her baby right now. This is Reborn Brittany. Not a very good lighting on her, but she's air dry.
My baby. That's my baby.
I had fading issues, so I have to repaint my sister's babies because I was using Ultimate Fusion Red, and I had a lot of issues with fading with air dry. So I switched my red to Golden Fluids Pyrol Red. So now I'm not having fading issues anymore. So I'm stripping all my sister's kits and repainting them all. So right now she's patiently waiting. She's patiently waiting for one.
My baby's been stripped.
So that's the one that she's gonna have. Plus she has Maddie, Lottie,
Liam, he's over there.
Liam, but he's gonna be done as like a girl, like Shirley Temple. And Lulu.
Yeah,
I think it's, yeah, because she did have Ellie, the one that I'm going to be priming today, but she wants to sell her in order to be able to afford a Saskia because she really wants Saskia. Because Saskia was her first kit, but she had damage, so she gave her to someone who really wanted a reborn, but couldn't afford it. So that's where she just gave her over to her. So she wants a new Saskia. And then she also has an Easton kit from Bountiful Baby that I have to restore. So because this hair that I ordered, do not buy Happiness for paws. Don't buy it because it all bled into the bleeding from the hair dye. It bled into the vinyl and stained all the vinyl on the eyebrows, all over the head. It's, is a nightmare. So I bought vinyl putty to kind of try and restore where the eyebrows, because they were rooted. So to restore that. And the head I'm not worried about because she'll be rooted with dark hair. So you won't see that when she's rooted. But yeah, it's a big mess. But yeah, she'll be done as an African American, so you won't really notice it. But yeah, that's going on in my world right now. It's a big mess. All the ones that I had to, the twins that I recently finished, they faded. I had to redo them all over again. They were at 15 layers, and I had to redo them all over again. My June kit faded. I had to redo her. And Kai's pickle faded. Kai's one of my most common customers. But we're also friends, so that's why I do customs for her, because I know that she will be patient with me if anything goes wrong and stuff like that. So that's the only reason why I do customs for her. But she's also the moderator on here. She's at work right now. But anyway, her pickle kit faded. We started to see it after 5 months, and then she sent him back to me 2 weeks before Christmas in 2024's Christmas, because she was spending Christmas with us. So I figured, okay, I'll try and add more washes and modeling and see if I can bring him back to life. But that lasted for about 8 months, and then the fading is starting all over again, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. So I offered her to send him back to me, and I'll strip him completely and repaint him all over again for free, because it's due to my supplies that it happened. So but he's rooted with HP locks and his hair is thick, so his hair is worth $200 in Canada. So I'm going to leave his hair the way it is and work around that, which is what you can do that with air dry because you're not putting them in an oven. I mean, some people do put kits in an oven with the hair on, but you have to wet it down and all that, and then that poses risks to it streaming down on your work, not baking properly, and I don't want to go through all that. So he will be done in air dry with the red that I use now that's not fading. I'm also going to prime him because some vinyls have ingredients in it that could cause the red to flash off. So it is better if you do prime so that you have a layer in between the vinyl and the paint. So not everyone does. I did not prime for all the years I've been an artist because the teacher I had before didn't. Not all the time, sometimes. And then, but she was a heat set artist, the first one I learned from. The second one I learned from Sue Allen, who's an air dry artist where I've learned all my stuff from. She never uses primer, so that's why I never did. But it was funny because when I was working on the twins, I didn't put primer on Queen Bee, and she wasn't fading with the new red. But Max was fading, even with the new red. So I knew that it had to be the vinyl. So I stripped him again. He only had a few layers on him. I stripped him again, put primer on him, 2 layers of primer, and he never faded again. So, and he's now been painted he's been done for 5 months now, paint-wise, and he's never faded. So it is important. It's a pain. It's extra work, but it's good to have that safety net there, just in case. So I'm using primer for now on. Air dry, heat set, doesn't matter. So that's actually what we're going to do in a second. I'm going to prime Ellie. She's going to have 2 layers. So we're going to do a layer today and a layer tomorrow. So well, that's what we're going to do now. I am new here and I can't spell, and also I have cancer, so that's why I can't come here a lot because my head hurts and I need to get a lot of rest, and I hope I like it here. Aw, I'm very sorry to hear what you're dealing with. One of my closest friends was just diagnosed with breast cancer, so I can completely understand. I can't know because I've never gone through it, but I can totally understand how difficult that is. I used to, before I became an artist, and before social media and all that, I used to run an outreach program for children with cancer or any other illnesses and stuff like that. So I learned a lot through that and educated myself on different types of cancers and things like that, so that when the parents were facing medical challenges with doctors, I could intercede and help them and kind of have knowledge in what I'm talking about. So I have gotten mothers to fight for their kids and to help educate them in a way that's easier for them to understand, so that they can be the voice for their child, because there is a lot of neglect or doctors just putting it off as something else, even in adults. So I just taught them how to advocate for that. And I actually went down to a hospital once because the mother was just a wreck. And I actually went down to the hospital at 4 a.m. in my PJs and was like, okay, you need to admit this child, and I got him admitted. So sometimes you got to be a voice. I hope you like it here. What I do is I paint Reborns on here. I use heat set, which gets baked in a special oven, not my cooking oven. And I do air dry as well, where you don't need an oven. And on Sundays, I have a channel And once I get caught up more in my work, I'm going to do it more often, but I just don't have time because of the work. But I have a channel on, I don't know if you have TikTok, but I have a channel called All My Children Nursery. And every Sundays we go on TikTok and we do we call it Sisters Live because my sister co-hosts with me and she brings her babies on. I make for her and I bring my babies on and we just talk about anything and everything, whatever the group wants to talk about. I don't do it. I do have an all My Children Nursery YouTube channel, but there's not a lot of traffic on that one. So once I build up more followers on that channel, then I'll probably move it off of TikTok to YouTube since there's issues with the United States and TikTok. And that way, anybody can watch it. You know what I mean? You don't have to deal with TikTok and all that kind of stuff to watch. But that's where I am right now. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Also, I don't put, for anyone who notices, I don't deal with drama on this page. I don't deal with hatred. I don't deal with bullying. I don't deal with any of that on any of my accounts that I run. I'm very strict about that. I want everyone to feel like it's a safe place and a happy place. So you will notice that I do not respond to trolls. If I catch them, I will hide it so you guys don't have to see it. It doesn't bother me. Like they do it because they're trying to upset me and people in the room because they're looking for attention. But they're not going to get that kind of attention from me. I used to in the beginning. I used to get like sarcastic with them. Like if they would have said, that's not a real baby, and then I would be like, oh, really? Are you serious? And I would act all freaked out and like I'm just being like sarcastic, And there were times that they've said, that's a doll. And this is after they're painted and I'm holding them and everything. And I'll go, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you told me that, or I would never have figured it out. So I used to do that, but my followers were telling me to just, to just ignore them. So I started ignoring them. But the funniest one ever, and they're barking because the grooming dog's getting moved from the bathroom to the grooming room. The funniest one, though, that I ever did was someone said about an open-eyed baby. They said, your baby isn't blinking. I said, sorry, you got a bad phone. Your screen must be frozen. So everyone in the room was just cracking up. It was just really funny. But yeah, so the great thing about YouTube is they have a option where you can't block them. I've tried to figure that out, but you can't. But you can hide their messages, their comments. And the best part about it is they don't realize that. So they'll keep typing and typing and typing, and we won't see it. But YouTube still sees it as what's called insights. So the more traffic you have, the better your channel gets shown to other people. So they're actually benefiting my channel. Even if it's troll comments, it benefits my channel. So I think it's kind of funny, but not funny because, it's really ridiculous. A lot of things that they say, it doesn't even make any sense. So, but yeah, that's, so just, if you guys see it, just ignore it. I'll hide it if I see it. But it's actually been more of an issue on Facebook than it's been on TikTok, which is a shocker to me. I mean, YouTube more than TikTok. I thought TikTok would be worse, but apparently not. Okay, so let's get back to work here. I'm gonna get before pictures of Maddie. I apologize about the barking. I'm gonna get some before pics of Maddie today. And then tonight I'll take her apart so I can soak her overnight. I was gonna say. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that with Maddie, but now I'm gonna work on doing the primer on Ellie, who will go up for sale when she's done. So just so you know, Ellie, until I say differently, she will be going up for sale. Okay, I do offer people to only my regular followers, of course. I do allow them to put a down payment on them when they're further along and almost done before I announce it that they're for sale. So 99% of all of my kits have sold off of my lives. I've only posted one. And then that one still got bought off of me from someone who didn't buy it off of my announcements. They heard about her and decided that they wanted to buy her from someone else. So, but yeah, they all usually sell right from my lives before I even get a chance to post them. So, I also have very competitive prices, which really makes a difference. So anyway, let's get rolling on that. So I'm just going to turn the camera around. Okay, Miss Maddie, where do I put you for now? Where Toby is not going to sit on you. I'll put her in the back in the holding. It's a playpen, but I call it the holding pen because that's where the babies are waiting. Oh, yeah. Somebody was asking me about a preemie. I'll show you really quickly before I start Ellie. This is my preemie. She's called Little Prem. She's sculpted by Laura Lee Eagles. She's not painted yet. And this is her there. She's very highly realistically sculpted. She's got the bigger head, the more bulgy eyes. Just like a real preemie. She's absolutely divine. I'm going to paint her in the spring. I just want to learn more about preemie painting before I get there. But yeah, she's absolutely amazing. I watched her from her sculpting process all the way to pre-order. Yeah, she was a hard wait, I'll tell you that. But yeah, she's divine. She's a little tater tot though. She does fit in preemie clothes though. So I thought I'd just show if the person is still on that was asking about preemies. This is the smallest preemie I've worked on. Okay, I have to get towel. Sorry, I just got to mute this for a second. Okay, I wanted to spare you guys of having to hear me blow my nose. You're welcome. Okay. I'm going to put a new mat on here so I don't get any chance of paint. Oh. Alrighty then. Okay, I'm just gonna pause the live for a quick second, okay? Okay. I'm just taking a quick break, potty break, and then I'll be right back. Okay? And then we'll start on Ellie. I apologize for the delays here. You want to go outside while you're potty, mister? Just staying out there. We're at freezing temperature. I know you want to stay out there, but freezing temps, man. Woohoo! That's cold on my arm. Doggy's got big mouth. Aww, ho, to work I go. Hi ho, hi, hi, ho. Hi ho, to work I go. Let's go, buddy, for your paws free. I'm not even joking. Come on. You want someone to call the Humane Society on me? Come on. Toby, now. I'm not asking. It's a freezing temperatures. You should be so blessed that you have a mama that keeps you warm. Spoiled brat. Okay, go get Ellie. Spa day. All right, still a little damp in there, no big deal. I'm used to that. Okay. Ellie leg. Ellie leg. Ellie arm. Ellie arm. Ellie head. Ellie! Oh man, that arm looks dislocated, doesn't it? So this. Whoa! Where are you going? I can't. I don't know how people do that. They put them to. There we go. Haven't done that in a long time. There we go. So, Miss Ellie. So this is air dry. Well, it's the weekend, so that means air dry. And we're doing priming. Are you still here, Elizabeth? Look what my friend Marge sent over. Because I can't have pop anymore. And I had to quit my caffeine. So it gives me a bit of a sugar heighten to help my fatigue. So when you're doing heat set and air dry, you have to make sure you're using different gloves for air dry that you are using for heat set. Because heat set is oily, air dry is not. Oh, forgot to take these out. I usually only wear one glove with air dry because it's just the glove I'm handling them with. Because I have issues with eczema. United States calls it eczema, but the proper term is eczema. So these are blendy brushes. I use them in heat set. And I got this pack for my air dry because these are actually paint brushes. They're not makeup brushes. They're paint brushes. They're super soft and they're really great for blending. You get 3 different sizes on Amazon in Canada for $10. So in the United States, you'll get them cheaper than that. But these are great. So when I retire my air dry tools, these will get moved over to heat set. So then I'll have 6 instead of just 3. So those will go with my air dry supplies here. So I just need to get one more wash brush, and I need to get some a vein brush because that one got damaged. Oh, I think I have another one here though. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Okay, good. All right. But I need some detailing brushes because they got damaged because I didn't clean them right away, and that's why they got the water evaporated, and there was some mediums and glue in the thing, so all the brushes got stuck together and it damaged most of them, so that really sucked. But okay, so I'm going to show you my two different. This is heat set. See how it says Exodus? Exodus. That's Exodus. Exodus. Oh, I don't think it's over here. Oh, I think it's in that box. Hang on. Sorry, buddy. Watch out. It's in here. Okay, those are needles. Pretty sure we put it in here. What is it? Oh, great fun. And if I put it in here, that was a bad idea. It's gotta be in here. It's not there. Oh, my back. it did fall. Stupid. Okay, watch out. This came in when I had vertigo, so I kind of just threw everything in my mini crib and it fell out. So this is what it is. So it says air dry matte primer. I get this from McPherson Crafts because it's in Canada. If I can get supplies in Canada, I prefer to do that. Sorry, because it's cheaper with shipping and I don't have to pay duty fees. I don't know if... Elizabeth, did you leave? Oh, no, wait. I seen they still have Maddie. Oh. I was asking earlier if you had left, so maybe you were looking at Maddie. Yeah, I saw her on there on McPherson last night. I'm really excited how this Maddie's going to turn out. Okay, I can't have any more juice than that. I'm on a portion control. Oh man, I had a hard time finding that primer. Thank God I did. Oh, they're on the top. Don't leave them more. A few in here, so I'll leave them over here. Okay. Jeez. What a day. It's because I was so sick for like almost 3 weeks. I just started working this week. And the first couple of days, it was still a really slow process. And then I started getting more and more like myself. I'm not 100% there yet, but I'm almost. Plus, I had to quit caffeine because I have IBS, so I can't have caffeine. So my energy level is not what it used to be. But I'm getting less shakes now in my hands. Someone asked me, why are you shaking? Like, because I would drink green tea before I work. I quit pop a year ago. Pepsi. So, yeah. But I'm on these new pills. They're for natural energy. But it takes 2 weeks for them to kick in. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do to Miss Ellie here is I'm going to use whatchamacallit, alcohol. It's for alcohol. So I'll show you. It's over here. So I use this to clean them. 99% alcohol. This will actually strip paint off of them as well. Off of air dry. I don't know about heat set. I've never tried it on heat set, but air dry, it does work. Isn't she adorable? I'm actually thinking that I'm going to do this one as a mixed race because of her lips. She really has that look for it. I don't want to do African American though and air dry. It's so, you wouldn't believe how time consuming it is. Way worse than air dry than heat set. It takes double the layers than heat set does. So, but I've done a lot of mixed races, so I feel confident with that. So I'm going to do her as a mixed race. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, so she'll have like olive skin and If somebody puts a pre-order on her when she's almost done, I will let them decide the eye color and hair. Um, but it'll wait until she's nearly almost done. See if they like her or not, you know. Okay. And then I'm not under the stress of, you know, rushing. Okay, where's my paper towels? Here we go. So what I do is I just pour it. You like her? You never know. You never know. But yeah, I think she's going to look really beautiful in mixed race. I've done a few mixed races actually. Before I started going to African American, I've done mixed races. I've probably done about 4 mixed races, I think, in air dry. The olivey skin looks really, really nice on them too. But see her lips? They, you know, they're kind of more plumpy for the... Well, my sister has lips like that. But I think she would look really cute. And even her nose, she's got a nice pudgy nose. I don't know, just in her face. It's just, when I look at kids and I get them in front of me, things will start popping out to me, you know, what I see and stuff like that. I want to see if there's, I think there is on the authenticity. And she's high up on that on authenticity. She's just 144 out of, I think, 2,000. So that's a good number. Hey, kiddo. I think Elizabeth's going to wind up falling in love with you. I mean, you do have open eyes. Okay. Let me see. I think there is. I mean, she's cute and Caucasian too, but here's one. It's kind of blurry. The picture's really small, but yeah, I think that's a cute color. It's more of an olive color. Yeah, I think she looks really cute like that. Yeah, you can pull her off Caucasian as well. But you know, I have a lot of Caucasian babies I've done because most of my work has been custom. So I'd like to kind of do something different, you know. Okay, girly. Toby, you need to stop or you're going to the calming room. Do you need to go to the calming room? Sorry. Okay, arm. He has an anxiety disorder, so when he gets too upset, I put him in the laundry room, and he can hear what's going on upstairs back there. So, and it's darker back there, so it calms him down. And then when he's calm, then I let him back out. Because I do that because I can't take the risk of him breaking through the gate and hurting the little dogs out of panic, you know? So that's why I do that, and it works really well for him. So he doesn't like going in there, obviously, but if I say to him, calming room, he knows what I'm talking about. He's smart, tell you. People say dogs only. The experts are trying to say that, you know what experts are good for, trying to say that dogs only live in the moment. I can assure you that that is not true at all. No, I've seen my dogs. None of my dogs live in the moment. Not one of them. If that was true, dogs wouldn't have memory of past abuse. So it doesn't make any sense at all. Then they tried to say that dogs don't know English words, which that's already been debunked. Because if I say to my mom, if I even say, "Oh, I have a mobility scooter," so I'm not talking about a fast scooter. If I say to my mom, "I'm going on the scooter," Daisy will come plowing through, all doing donuts because she wants to go with me on the scooter. She loves the scooter, loves it. She absolutely loves it. My other dogs don't do that because they don't like the scooter. But Daisy, that's an adventure girl right there. You want to make sure you get in between the fingers. Sorry, I should be explaining that while I'm doing this. Because you want the paint to stick good. Getting those creases too. This napkin is starting to fall apart. She's real shiny, so she definitely needs primer. If you get a kit that's shiny like that, you definitely need primer. If you want the paint to stick properly and blend properly. Get her new. She's really cute. I mean, I'm a little sad to see her go, but she's not mine. She was my sister's. And she wants to sell her so she can get Saskia. So that's what's happening. So I told her as soon as I get a down payment on her, I will order her Saskia. So she's really excited about that. Down payments are the cost of the kit, in case anyone's wondering. What does she mean by down payment? Well, down payments, not all artists do this, okay? Some artists prefer, they split up. Artists that will do a payment plan. Toby, do you need to go to the calming room? Toby? I'm working right now, buddy. Just ignore them. You know they're always running their mouth. He knows there's a grooming dog here. He ain't stupid. That's because he knows that's why they're barking. He's extremely intelligent, this dog. I saw him. I had my Crocs hanging up on, I have this border thing. And on, it's like a steel, when you have an autumn outside sticking out like as a roof, and then you have the porch, it's like steel, and they have these little ring things on them like an S. Well, I didn't want him to get my Crocs, right? So I hung my Crocs up high on it. And you know what he did? I'm not even lying to you. Okay? Because I don't lie. He pushed a chair up to I watched him do this. I wanted to see if that's what he was actually doing. So he pushed a chair up to, where the Crocs were hanging up high. Okay. He climbed the chair and then he used his, arms to hold himself up on the pole. That was because it's a wide pole that was sitting there. And he grabbed one of my Crocs. He lifted it over the circular thing so he could get it. Took him a few tries. But I was watching this. You know, most people would be running outside. No, not my Crocs. But I just couldn't believe what he was doing. Like, he figured the whole thing out. Then, when he took off in the yard, then I ran outside. And said, not my Crocs! And he's like, dang it. She caught me. Yeah, he's extremely intelligent. He's a dog. He can't help himself to bark, but I don't want him giving everyone a migraine on the live. Hey, darling. There's your arms. I love her feet. Look at these feet. Aren't they cute? Pudgy feet. Little rolly over here. And she's got rollies in her legs. Really cute. This is actually my first time ever painting by the sculpture. She has sometimes the kits. Sometimes if you change them before they're painted and stuff like that, sometimes they can get like a little discoloration. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's the alcohol took some off. But it doesn't show up once you're done painting because it's extremely light. But that can happen if you don't wash them and scrub them before you start changing them. She was with Kai first, so Kai had put her together and changed her and all that. So that's why she has that coloring on her. It happens. My Laura has the same thing. It can also happen when they're sitting in a box over an amount of time. I heard that Zit cream, there's a certain Zit cream that works for that. But I mean, she's not painted yet, so I'm not worried about it. Because that, especially her being olive, that won't even be noticeable at all. Yeah, she's a shiny girl, aren't you? That matte, primer will make her nice and matte. I'm going to do 2 layers just to be on the safe side. Because I don't know. I did with Max. I did 2 layers on Max, so I'll do 2 layers on her. Toby, seriously? Is that seriously? See, she got the same thing. Right there. They're not big deals if they're not painted. But if you want to try and get rid of it, the Zit cream, I heard, especially if you're doing a very light Caucasian, I heard Zit cream will work. She already has a nice complexion to do her in olive. She's not a very bright color. I have a very bright light above her. And you can see she's not pale. She has, she kind of looks like a lighter olivey look. So if you wanted to do her in a light, if you want to do her in a light skin tone, you would have to use the flesh tone. Or if you're doing primary, then you want to start with blue and white mixed together and that will make, you'll be able to make her lighter. Sorry, this is falling apart. More alcohol. I did try to sell just her kit, but she wasn't selling. Because Tracy wants Saskia so bad. But I'm glad. I feel bad for my sister, but because she doesn't have her yet. She's so panicked that they're gonna stop selling Saskia. But I told her, believe me, there's thousands of Saskias in the world. We can get one. But anyway, I'm glad she didn't sell because, in a way, because I really wanted to paint her. I've never painted for this sculpture before, so I really wanted to paint her. So I'm glad I have this opportunity to paint her. Look at these chubby toes. You know what she kind of reminds me of? An open-eyed pickle. You know? There's a lot of similarities between her and Pickle. You know, they both have the chubby cheeks and stuff like that. And the eye shaping, if Pickle's eyes were open, they would be very similar to this. Yeah, she just has a lot of similarities to Pickle. And I think they're actually pretty, yeah, because if you look, okay, there's no alcohol in my hands now. I just wanted to make sure. But if you look, they're pretty close in size too. See? There you go, buddy. Yeah. I thought Kai would have made her Pickle and this one twins, but she's not a fan of the open eyes, so that's the only reason. She said she was a little sad about having to sell her, but she doesn't do well with the open eyes. But Maddie, she wants Maddie for like her therapy work when she starts working, so okay. So now, I'm going to take the primer, shake it up really good. So again, this is air dry. Reborn FX primer. I've never used it before, so this should be interesting. I usually just do it on the top of my lid here, and then just clean my lid later. I don't have my palette. I only have one palette. It has heat set paints in it. So I'm going to pour this onto here. You're a big girl, so I'm assuming I'm going to need quite a bit. Whenever, that just squirted at me. Whenever you're using air dry products, make sure you close them as soon as you're done with them because they can dry out and get damaged. Okay, we need an air dry brush. I don't know if paint will come off of that one, so I'll use this one. These are usually my medium brushes over here, but I don't know if I used them on heat set. I don't think I did. But this one is softer and will probably leave less brush strokes, so I'll just use this one. Okay. Oh, I need my visors. Visors! They help me see better. Because it has to be painted. Some people leave the eyes in and they'll put, the like stick tack that you use to hang pictures on the walls instead of tape. Some people will put that around the eyes, but over the eyes. But the reason why I don't do that is because I'm worried about a ring around it, the paint getting stuck in there, and then it looking a big mess. So that's why I personally don't do that. Plus, I don't want her eyes in while I'm working on her. It'll freak me out because she's not put together. Okay, always start at the back. Oh, I'm going to need some sponges here. No matter if it's heat set or air dry, you're going to need a lot of sponges for priming. So, usually in heat set, I'll go over the whole thing and then, but with air dry, it will dry too fast, so I can't do that. So I'm just going to go over her, do some areas, and then go over. But Irresistible's heat set primer does dry quickly, so I would do it in sections with that one. But this is air dry, so this is going to dry fast. Toby, take a nap. See, there's Irina Kaplanska. I don't know how to say it. I'm just going to say Irina. So, all right, so I'm going to go further up. You never mind, mister. Doing 2 layers as well ensures that all of her got covered up, so there's no brush strokes. So these visors really help me see. I want to get this light over it a little more so I can, it will reflect if I'm missing anything. So you really got to blend it in. I wonder what it feels like. Oh yeah, I can feel it. That's matte. That's matte, all right. It feels the same as Exodus. Oh boy, is he ever gonna shush up today? This dog going home. Toby. For varnishing air dries, I use Deco Art, Americana, Soft Touch, and it gives them a really nice soft touch. Really nice look. I also do use top coat because it does help a lot. But the problem with doing it on darker skin babies is that it lightens them too much. So I don't use it on the darker skin babies. But I do use the Americana. It won't lighten them that much. But there's more powder and soft touch top coat. Because it's a top coat. It's not a varnish, it's a top coat. So you have to use a soft touch varnish in order to use the top coat for it to stick better. But for this one, I'll be using the soft touch varnish. So, like I said, my air dries are cheaper than my heat sets. So, unless she sells out before I'm completed, I plan to sell her for 900 Canadian, not American, Canadian. I charge my air dries in Canadian. So for Americans or people in the UK, that'll be cheaper for them because their money is worth more than our money. So it won't actually be 900 for them. It'll be cheaper. But if they put a down payment on her before she gets sold out, then the price remains the same because the deal was already made before she sold out. So I keep to my word. That's really... I gotta start using the other side. It's getting goopy. Oh, I know, Kai, but you're not the open-eyed fan, so... Guess what? Did you see my message? Oh, you must have, because I see that you messaged me. So, I changed her into a Pooh onesie. Well, I should say Winnie the Pooh, so people... A Winnie the Pooh onesie. I got to do her before pictures. And then tonight, she'll be taken apart and soaked overnight. A lot of people really love her eyes. I wanted to ask you. Yeah, because I couldn't tell people because I wasn't sure. Did you buy the German glass eyes, or did you buy the other ones I told you about? I forget the name of them. It's been so long since I've looked them up. Just so I can tell people if they ask. Well, I figured, you know what? It's going to be a little bit before you can get River over here. With the weather. So I might as well at least start working on her, and then when River gets here, then I can let her cure for a while I work on him. Because with this crazy weather we're getting, it's really slowing down my heat set progress, which I'm really upset about. Oh, I wanted to tell you, Elizabeth. Because the rooting is going, yours, Kai's are not getting rooted, but yours are getting rooted. So because you're going to get your son much later than I wanted him to be received due to my illness and that I've been dealing with, and oops, sorry, hit her in the head with it, and due to the fact that of the baking issues right now, because Canada decided to turn into Alaska this winter, or Ontario. If you buy another baby from me, I'm going to give you if it's air dry, you'll get $100 Canadian discount. If it's heat set, you'll get $100 American discount. That is my customer appreciation discount that I do. I gave one to Kai before, and I've given one to Terry before, and I gave it to the one who got Elora. So I just wanted to let you know that I do that. Because it's going to be a while now because of the baking, and I still got to root them and all that. So I just wanted to shout that out to you. I keep forgetting to tell you about that. Once I knew, like, this is going to carry on all through next week. So it's hard to say what's going to happen with these temperatures, you know. That's just my way of showing my customers that I appreciate their patience and everything. So just keep that in mind for if you order any babies from me in the future. Because what I do is I apply it as credit to my time. Is how I do it. I'm sure even though I'm in Canada, you will. Once you get your boy, I have full confidence that you will. And you see how good my work is in person. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm quite proud of those twins, and they're air dry. And they're absolutely gorgeous. I've had people asking to buy them, and I'm like, sorry, not for sale. Oh, I started putting Pickle's bag together last night. I got a couple really adorable outfits in there. I washed them and everything. Let's get your lips because we know how tedious lips are. Lips are so tedious. We've learned that in heat set. Not an issue in air dry, really, but it is in heat set. There you go. Just getting more matte. Less shiny. I need a longer brush so I can get these. Why do I have a heat set brush in my air dry? My heat set brushes have tape on them. That's how I know the difference. Must have accidentally been put there. Let's get that bit out of your mouth. Just getting some of these out, so. It doesn't dry in there like that. Alright, there's some up here. Oh, and I think I said it. I think I said it before, but that discount is not a kit price. It's for my time and work. So that's based on credit towards my work, not a kit cost. I just wanted to put that out there. I'm sure you figured that out when I said for my time, but I just wanted to make that clear. So there's no need. So it doesn't go on like down payments for kit costs. You know what I mean? Because that helps me order the supplies that I need. Where? Yeah. I'll put some more back here. Oh, Toby, give it a rest, man. You're driving my live nuts. He wanted to stay outside. I said, I don't think so. I don't want someone calling humane society on me. Because you want to be nosy outside. I need a dry brush to get this. Can be tricky to get in here. I need a dry brush. I'll use this one. Just to get in these corners. This is the brush I use for varnish and stuff. Just pounce it and it. So Kai, I was explaining in the live earlier. Okay, I've had enough. Excuse me, guys. All right, let's go. Going to the calming room. You know, you're going to give me a migraine. Jeez. Enough is enough already. All right. So, sorry, as I was saying, I was explaining earlier in the live that I am doing her in a olive skin. So this one's going to be mixed race. I've done so many white babies as customs that I want to change it up a bit, you know. I haven't done a mixed race in a long time. Not since I've done Easton for my sister. That was the last time I'd done a mixed race, so I'd like to do a mixed race. I'm working on my second African American right now, but first one in heat set. So I'd like to change things up. I'm working on Maddie's going to be Caucasian, and Brittany is olive newborn tone. So it would be nice to do something different. So if somebody buys her, puts a down payment on her before I complete her, I will allow them to choose the eye color and hair color. But they have to be a regular follower. Only my regular followers get first dibs on my work. And then before I put them up for sale. But like I said, they all usually go off my lives. If you're new, as long as and you really like her and you're interested in her, as long as you're continuing to follow the lives and if you'd rather private message me, you know, that about her process and stuff like that, that's fine. If you don't like talking in the live, I'm totally fine with that. But I have to have some communication for you because I have trust issues because I went through a very difficult time as with a custom. So that's why I'm very, you know what I mean? This one's gonna be, I can have, Kai, you still on? Doesn't show me like TikTok. I don't have my tablet near me. I don't have Alexa near me either. I don't know if Kai had to leave because of homework or anything. Oh, Kai, if you got those eyes from McPherson, they're probably German glass because they don't sell the Lasha. That's what they're called, Lasha eyes. Dolls by Sandy sell the Lasha eyes and they're cheaper. What is 656 US? Oh, okay, but you went too quick. If it was Elizabeth that wound up getting her, it would be 800 Canadian because she has $100 credit because Pickle is going to be late because of the baking temperatures right now and because I was sick for two weeks. So I'm giving her $100 credit because he's being rooted. So it's going to take longer for him to go home. So I'm giving her $100 discount in Canadian on air dry or American on heat set. So what is 800 is what I wanted to ask you. What is 800 Canadian in US funds? I usually have my tablet over here, but I don't today. Yeah. I don't know if I missed a spot here. What the heck? Just so she's aware. Okay, yeah. So she would be 583 in US. See, I'm cheap. and heat and air dry, I'm much cheaper. A lot of artists. Even air dry artists. I know an air dry artist that charges 900 UK for a newborn. Which UK is very close to my dollar. It's just a little less, but we're a lot closer than the US is. But, oh wait. Yes, that does. That would include synthetic hair. But if you want human hair, then you would have to pay the difference for that. But for synthetic hair, I would include that price. That would be included. But if you want like human hair, then you just pay for the human hair separately. It does include eyes though, because this is not a like a full custom. You know, it's not like I'm gonna let the person choose the hair color and the eye color in the end, and that's included in that price. Yeah, our dollar sucks. Our dollar sucks, Kai. Trudeau really screwed up our dollar even more. Where is this? Oh, I need more. Hi, Rosie Pink. So the down payment for her is, what did she cost again? Do you remember, Kai? You could just look on the website, but I'm just curious if you remember what you paid. What I'm doing, if you guys are like, why are you touching her? I'm feeling for where I've already matted her. So don't freak out. It's not going to hurt her any. It's just the tip of my... And look how dry my hands are. I do not have oily hands. My hands are dry in the wintertime because my house is dry. But this is how I find it. And I'm doing 2 layers on her because that's what I did to Max. So this is the first time I ever primed air dry before. No, it's not. Max was. Yeah. Max was. And she's really glossy, so it's a good thing I'm priming her. Even in heat set, it wouldn't have taken her if it wasn't primed. They must have had a lot of release in the mold. Usually when you get that more glossy look, it means that there's more release in the mold. Yep, so I did. Now if I use the palm, like the middle of my hand, then yeah, there would be more oils there, but not the tip of my finger. The skin is quite dry because my house is so dry. Okay. I'm just going to get a sponge for the fuzzies. Make sure nothing's sticking to her while it cures. Oh, there's a bit right here. I can see it standing up. Standing out. It's more shiny. That's how I can tell. But her eyes are absolutely gorgeous, Kai. Maddie's eyes. Absolutely gorgeous. German, that's why German is so expensive, because it's mouth blown. It's a lot more detailed. Like the human eyes. You know what I've seen done for what were they doing it for? I forget what it was. I think it was for a wax. Yeah, it was a wax figure that they were doing, like a celebrity wax figure. And on the eyes, you know what they do is they glue on red, like a red hair, like a special type of hair, to make the veins in the eyes. Isn't that interesting? And it looks really real. I was like, whoa. You know, I was watching that, how it's made. Yes, I'm making the reborn sculpted, you know, reborning it's called. Yeah. Isn't she cute? She'll be a lot cuter when she's finished, though. It's a little, not too pale. Kai, don't you find that her kit was a little darker than what they normally are? Not a lot, but a little bit. I'm finding that with her. But see how it lights them up, though, the matte. lightens it up more. See? The priming, because it has powder, like a little bit of powder in it to make it more gritty and matte. That looks really good. Look how way less shiny she is. And that's only one layer. I think I missed. There's a real glossy area right there. Where did it go? On your forehead. Where is it? There it is. Oh, I gotta put this in water. It's starting to dry. Yeah, so when you're doing priming, if your brush is just sitting, or if it starts to dry, make sure you mix it in water. And also in between each limb, you want to mix it in water because it'll get cakey. Because it dries, right? It's not like it's heat set. With heat set, you don't have to worry about that. But in air dry, you do. You are going to be so pretty. I'm so excited that I get to paint you. Thank you, Kai, for this opportunity. Appreciate it. Oh, well, Maddie's eyes are still in her, so you'll see in her before pictures. I want to get a close-up on her face with my light here over her to really bring out those eyes. The eyes that I have for this kit, person can choose this one or a different color if she's sold before I put her up for sale. But look at these eyes that Kai bought her. Aren't they beautiful? Kai and her blue eyes. Wait. Aren't those gorgeous? If the person who buys her, they buy her earlier, if they don't want these blue eyes, we use them for one of my sister's babies. They're very nice eyes. Good job, Kai. So, Kai, I'm just borrowing from my primer for your Maddie. And then my other kit that I do, I'll just take from your primer. So that way I don't have to wait to get your primer to start Maddie. Fair deal? Here you go. There you go. Aren't they cute? They're beautiful. I like the blue. You know, I really like the mix race, or even an African American. I've actually seen African people with blue eyes. They're very rare. But I think it looks so beautiful. Really does. That's the fun thing about doing mixed races. You can make it any way you want to go, because if they're mixed race, they have so many different ethnics in them, right? If they're a mixed race, they could be part Irish, and well, African Americans can have Irish in their ancestries as well. So, because my pottery teacher is African American and she has Irish in her. I never knew that. Things to learn. But see, look how glossy that is. Look at that. So glossy. So that's why the primer is going to make a huge difference for her. So I'm really glad I decided to buy primer. This one's not drying up yet. Okay, so once you clean your brush, you want to get as much water out of it. It won't hurt the primer because it's water-based, but you don't want it to dilute your primer either, though. So I made room for two air dry kits in the back room. I took Levi's and Elijah's limbs. They're hiding. Their heads are hiding with my Nino kit right now. Okay. Because when my landlord came, I was afraid if I left them in the back room that they would get damaged if they were left on the table. And it's a good thing I did move them, because they just kind of throw everything around. And now I don't even know where some of my working stuff is. So, it's a good thing I moved them, but I moved them to an area that I can't fully remember. So, and it's really like, it's a big mess down here from me not being able to work through things and all of that, like go through stuff. And then they just disarrayed everything. So we have to go through everything and find where they put this and find where they put that. But I specifically put them in a safe place. I just don't. So as I'm cleaning, I'll find them. But I have to strip Levi and Elijah because I want to do them in heat set. They're not like far done though. They don't have a lot of air dry layers on them. So it's no big deal to strip them. Levi's mine, and Elijah I'm going to be selling. He's a sold out kit, so he won't be cheap. He's an open-eyed newborn by Joanna Kazmierzak. He's got the look of like a baby that was just born in the hospital. That's what his look is. Like his eyes are like kind of open, but they're squinting in a way. Like he's like bright light kind of feeling. Get off of my kit. But he's so cute. The only reason why I have to sell some of my sold out editions is because I'm in a like big financial rut right now because we have a dog with cancer. So she's not going through chemo or anything like that, but it costs money to get updates from the vet to make sure that she's not having anything going on internally that could be causing her pain that she's hiding. Because dogs will do that. They'll hide their pain until they're literally dying. And we don't want her to be suffering like that. But we also want as much time with her as we can get. So it costs money to do that. You know what I mean? Plus, with Christmas, it was crazy, guys. I got less food for Christmas and paid triple than last year. Than the year before. Can you believe that? It's ridiculous. And I went for as many sales as I could possibly find. It's just so terrible. It's no wonder people are losing their houses and whatnot. Oh, it's quite shiny over there. I'm going to get some more. Get her nice and matte. Okay, so I need some more. Okay, awesome stuff. So I want to get a roll here on the air dry so I have something to do. You guys notice how short my lives have been lately? There's nothing for me to do. There's other stuff that I want to do to the newborns and detailing, but I can't because I have to let those colors bake first before I can switch to the next one. Detailing is so much faster in air dry. So much. But if my teacher does use powders like Pan Pastel, I don't know. I haven't asked her yet. Then I may try that in the future. But I do not want to try it on customers' babies. Absolutely not. I want to see how it lasts. If it's going to peel, if it's going to crack. And I would rather do that to my own, to one of mine or the test kit before I would do it to one that I'm going to sell. Because I don't want to be like, oh, okay, they're fine when they leave. And then all of a sudden I get a call that it started cracking when they were changing their clothes. You know what I mean? Or peeling. It, you know. I was using eyeshadow before. When I painted my sister's Lulu, I was using eyeshadow. But now for air dry, I use Pan Pastel powders, which is a paint powder. And the eyeshadow peeled in air dry. Because I use a soft touch, powdery type of varnish, it's possible that could have been why. I don't know. Or it wasn't sealed enough. I don't know. But I switched over because I noticed with eyeshadow that it would go duller over time, the color. And that's why I preferred using the Pan Pastel, because it's actual paint powders. It's not made the same way as eyeshadow. So, and it stays on. Like, it's crazy. Like Kai's pickle kit that I told you guys earlier that I'm going to restore. Well, he faded everywhere except where the Pan Pastel is. Is that crazy? It's crazy. I had other kits that did the same thing. Yeah. But I use a different red now, so you don't have to worry about that now. I switched that red, and I'm priming, which prevents that even more. And I'm sealing right from the bottle now. Because my teacher said, well, you can just mix it in your mixes. That's not working. They need sealer that's not mixed in paint and water as well to protect them more from the light. So once I also started doing that, that made a bigger difference too. But I heard a lot of artists have issues with the Ultimate Fusion Red, and they told me, use Golden Fluids, red, Pyro Red, and you can use everything else in Ultimate Fusion. So that's what I do. Because their paints have a medium mixed in them to make them stick to the kit. So I do find that Ultimate Fusion is the most, in my experience, is the most durable paint than any other Reborn paint that I have personally tried. And Golden Fluids is the same, pretty much the same as Reborn FX. They just pre-mix their colors. But the pigment and the consistency is the same. And I was told that by an artist who used both. So that's not from my experience. That's from another artist. Because there's only so many colors in Golden Fluids, you know, that they sell in Canada anyway. So if you can get pre-mixed colors like for creasing, lip color, model colors, I mean, it could be easier on people who don't do well mixing colors. You know what I'm saying? So, and they could have colors that, you know, that you like, you know, that you would want to use, that you could never find in Golden Fluids. Because when I started buying Golden Fluids for air dry, I was shocked by how low amount of colors they actually have. So that's Canada, though. I don't know about the US, but in Canada, that's the way it is. A little piece of hair on her. I just don't want that to cure to the... That's why I'm doing that softly with this. Because once it cures, it'll get stuck. Because this is like glue in a way, you know. It's got like a gluey texture to it. Why does that hair keep... Must be coming off the brush or something. Can't be the same one I just took off. Unless it might have got on the sponge. Yeah, these are getting kind of... Once you start to feel gritty on your sponges, switch. Because it won't blend as nice. And it will give it a chalky look. So make sure you're working with smooth sponges. These are very condensed, so these are great sponges. I buy them from our dollar store in Canada for $1.75, and they're great. They're made by the company Lori. It has like a teal package. Okay, I got my blending brushes for air dry today. They're right. So these I'm gonna have these for air dry. And then when I retire my air dry in the spring, then these will go to heat set. So then I'll have 6 instead of 3. Because I'm not buying those wash brushes off of Amazon because I just need one. So I'm going to go to Michael's and, well, I'm going to go Dollarama first, see what I can find there. And then I'm going to go to Michael's. It'll be a lot cheaper, especially at Michael's because your first item usually you get 30% off. So I don't want to buy a bunch of wash brushes when I'm not really going to use them all that much because I'm not doing washes rarely anymore, even in air dry, unless it's necessary. You know, it will probably be for darker skin, but I want to try doing the same method that I would do in silicone. But if you want to neutralize your color, like darken the skin or something like that, then yeah, you would need to do... You can do it through texturing as well. You don't have to do it through washes. You can also do it through texturing. Wait till I show you guys the difference in her hands. This is like mind-blowing. Well, maybe she'll go to someone we know, Kai. And then we'll still get to see pictures of her. That would be nice. Okay. And I've already decided about... I've been doing a lot of thinking about Nino. And if he doesn't go to somebody I know, he doesn't go. It's hard enough, you know, that I have to sell him. You know. But I don't want him going to someone, you know, where I don't see updates and stuff of him. So if it comes to that, then he's gonna stay here. But I'm not worried about it right now because I've got other stuff I'm working on anyway. No, that's okay because I need them. I need it now. You know what I'm saying? So by the time you send River and all that, like I need a yellow one for yellow, like now for when I start painting her. I'll need one for yellow. So, um, I'm going out on Wednesday and I'm just going to go and pick. They don't, you know, um, plus I need to get some more detail brushes. Now these brushes that got a lot of them got damaged. Plus I took some and put them in heat set. They are still selling these at the dollar store. So I'm gonna pick up a pack of those because those come in handy. Um, and then I'm just gonna get a couple small detailing brushes and then I should be good to go from there. Um, I may need a new, I think I need a new veining brush too. I have this one. I think this one will be fine. Yeah. Um, for the bigger veins. Yeah, I think that one will work fine. Because I took one. Remember, I took brushes too, right? For heat set. Because my plan was to replace some. And then I got sick. But I did look during the fall. All through the fall. For those since September, and they just haven't had them, so they could bring them back. Who knows? But I don't need a lot of brush. I just need my main brushes. Yeah, see, once I do her second layer, this will really tone down. But let's look at the first difference, okay? So the color is going to look different because the primer will lighten up the kit. So you can see the side's a little lighter, but not a lot. But let me see that real shiny area. You see how this one here is way more shinier than this one? Then you look at this one. So it makes a big difference. So she's going to have another layer. So once I do the second layer, this little bit of shine that's still there, that'll be gone. But this is not even cured yet. It's still got to cure, right? So she'll sit overnight, and then tomorrow I'll do her second layer. So I got an area. I've got 2 sets in the back room where they're gonna stay, which is good too because Toby sheds a lot. So, which is more of an issue with air heat set because it's oily. But I gotta find somewhere to put her for now. Here, I'll put her on this blanket there till I hang her up in the back room. After I do the arms, I'll hang her up in the back room. Okay, so now I gotta rinse out my brush again because they're impossible to clean if you get them messy. I gotta get as much water off this brush as I can. Okay, I'm gonna get some more. Kai, what size was your primer again? Mine's 1 ounce. Whoa. Just squirted myself. I think after I do 2 layers on her and 2 layers on Maddie, it's going to be empty. Because they're both big babies. I don't know if I'm going to do Yumma Bubba or not, because that would be a lot of primer I would need. I don't know. I'll have to see. I would definitely have to buy more. Because she's 3 years old and she's thick. My sister is so funny. She had a dream last night that Terry, who's one of my customers, came to the house to look at her babies that I'm working on. And the funny thing is that she's never seen Terry. She doesn't know what Terry looks like. She doesn't know. So I said, well, what did Terry look like? She said, I don't know. I couldn't see the face. That's the oddest thing. I think it's because now that I'm working on her baby, she feels part of the customer team. That's probably what it is. Because, yeah. She goes on my TikTok lives to check up on her baby. So you guys are going to notice my sister in the TikTok lives when I'm working on one of her babies. I told her, why don't you come? Because she's always asking me, like, well, so what are you doing to her today and all that? And how is she looking? I said, well, why don't you pop on the live and take a look? Oh, you got a bigger one. That's good, because Maddie's a big girl. And after Maddie, I'm not going to have any left over. Because she's a big girl, too. But I'm not using yours on Yumma Bubba because it'll take way too much of it. I would need to buy a 1 ounce just for her. I'll do a baby. Maybe, you know what? Maybe instead of Yumma Bubba, I'll do a crystal kit. Maybe. Because I've already got 2 big babies going here, so. But, that depends on my timing too, right? If I don't have time to throw her into the mix. But, oh yeah, I do have to throw a second one into the mix because I need the money for my spring supplies. But I'm going to get caught up on some other ones first. Like, it's only February, so, and this is air dry. So, air dry goes much faster than heat set does. As you can see. If you guys have watched me do washes and priming on heat set, you can see that this is much faster because it dries faster and there's no baking involved. So that's why some people have left heat set for air dry, because it's more convenient. It's cheaper. The products are cheaper than the heat set products. And they are coming out with more and more products to make your work look like heat set. Some people can't even tell if it's heat set or not. I've had people ask me, is that heat set or air dry? I was like, oh, that's a compliment. Thanks. It just depends on the artist, right? It depends how much detailing they do. It depends on their layers. If they do nice thin layers, you'll get a really nice 3D skin. And if they're doing work to it to build a 3D skin, like texturing and stuff like that, that will make a big difference on your kits. And I actually bought I have two types of skin textures here, but well, one's not mine, one's Kai's, but that she bought off of me. But I bought another one that's clear. The one Kai bought off of me is a flesh tone. And I told her, well, since I only do primary methods, I'm just gonna sell this one, and so that's how she wanted to buy it. So, but I have one here that's clear, and I want to try that out. I'm gonna try it on Brittany. I think it'll look really nice, especially on a newborn. It'll look really nice. Because newborns have more detail to their skin because of how thin the skin is. More like wrinkles and stuff like that. I mean, you could do it on big babies too, but it's more important for the newborns, I think. Personally, that's just how I think. Ugh, I think that dried on me. It's alright, just covered it. I don't know if it's the sponge or what. There we go. Much nicer. More blended. Where's that smaller brush? I need that too. Ouch. Oh, this brush is starting to get firm. Doesn't work as well when it's firm. Just put it in the water. Soften it out. I gotta soften this one up too. Okay. Still got, like, it feels like it's primed here. Yeah, I'll get more on her when I do her second layer. So I'm just using my baby finger to see if I feel grit. And that's the matte. It looks like there's a line here, so I might have missed that area there. Looking for, I'll grab another one. My sponges are getting So that's why a lot of people don't like doing priming, because it's more tedious type of work, but I think it's better to have that barrier in between the paint and vinyl. So I'm definitely priming all my work for now on, regardless if it's air dry or heat set. Oh, yeah. Brush to get these areas here, because mine got wet. With visors, this is the longest I've worn my visors since my vertigo decided to hit me hardcore. That's a good thing. It means I can get back to rooting. Woohoo! I talked to my customer who's waiting on me on one of her babies to be rooted. She said, you could just start back on Monday. That's fine. Give yourself a little more time. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. See, that's how you know when your customers care about you. All you have to do is be open and honest with your customers. Let them know what's going on. If you get sick, you get sick, but don't avoid them. Let them know what's going on. And then you'll find, if they truly care about you, they will be understanding about it. I've only had one customer who wasn't understanding because I have a chronic health issue called vertigo, and I don't know when it's going to hit, and I don't know for how long it's going to visit me and keep me down, but I make sure when I was doing customs for the public, I always made it clear to them that I have a vertigo condition and it does take me longer to get babies done than other artists. So they were really good about that. And the other reason is, I have OCD, so it does slow me down a bit as an artist because I want to make sure everything is done properly. So I don't rush through my work because it gives me anxiety because I'm worried that I'm going to mess it up. So, and I'm very big on realism. If they don't look realistic, I take it personally. And it upsets me, like I failed or something. So that's why I'm very, very cautious when I'm working, depending on what I'm doing. Like details especially I'm most cautious with, but I take my time to make sure that they don't get blotching and all that kind of stuff. And you can ask Kai. Doesn't matter if it's my baby or not. I take it personal if something goes wrong. Like, for example, her kit that faded, that I take that very personally. And as upsetting as it is for her, it is for me. So that's why I said to her, you need to send them here so I can fix them before I stop air dry. And I'm going to do it for free because it was due to my supply. So, because this is more than, it's more than just a hobby to me. This is also like therapeutic for me, but it's also my art, you know. For those of you who do any form of art, whether it's canvas, or pottery, or you want to do your best, right? Regardless. If it's for you, if it's for a customer, you want to put your best into every piece you do because when you show that work, that's your reputation there, right? And you want to look at your work and feel proud about that. You don't want to look at your work and say, "Oh, well, it's okay." I know it wasn't my fault, but I still take it personally when it happens. So I don't know if Ultimate Fusion fixed that issue because I haven't used their red paint in a year. So I'm not saying like that could still be going on. The best thing to find out is ask people that are using it if they've had any issues with it in the last, like, since, because I know they were trying to fix it. They even offered to send me a bottle if I paid shipping of the new one. I said, I'm not risking it. I'm not stripping again. And I'm certainly not going to pay shipping on a product that failed me either, right? So, it's just one of those things. But I love their other colors. I love their mediums. I use all their mediums. And I love their correction marker. Yeah, it's really shiny up here. This corner here does get shiny anyway from when you turn the legs and stuff like that, but for the painting I would like it to be matte. Okay, so I did do that. Yeah, that's glossy in here. Oh, Pickle's going to be lots of fun to prime. He's got lots of rolls and creases. I did prime him in heat set. Her head is almost as big as Pickle's head. It's as tall as his head, but his head is wider. But so his head is heavier than her head. Especially when it's got towels in it because it's heat set. So I was talking to my teacher about the preheating situation. She's like, you shouldn't be preheating. And I said to her, well, in the winter in Canada, you don't get much choices. And she said that hers are in a more controlled, she can control the temperature in the room. But the problem is that I'm in the basement for one. My basement isn't finished. So you already get the draft from the basement, cement floors. And then when you're opening a window in your basement, you're getting a lot of, it's much colder when you have cement flooring. And I have the ovens literally underneath the window. So that's to prevent it from going into my laundry room, which is right next door. It does a little bit, but not a lot. Because we hang our clothes up to dry in there. We don't use, our dryer broke down and it's actually saved us a lot of hydro since we haven't used it. Hi, Daniel. Um, well, I plan to do this one as a girl, and I don't choose the name. The customer will choose the name. Some will keep the kit name, but some will actually name them. So the kit name is Ellie. So right now I'm calling her Ellie. The also reason why I need to use kit names when I'm working on them is so that people know who they are. Because the knockoffs that are sold on Amazon are changing the kit names to a different name. Because if they list it, sometimes they do use the real names, but they're more likely to get caught selling copyrighted work if they use the proper kit name. So that's why it's very important as an artist who has a business that I do call them by their kit name when I'm working live. Even if I know their name. Sometimes if I know what the customer is going to name them, I'll say Ellie Kit, aka, and then say the chosen name. But for the most part, I call them by their kit names that the sculpture chose. I'm going to need a new sponge. I think this one's getting gritty. Yeah. You go through a lot of sponges doing this. Varnishing, too. I think this is the dry here. Yeah, that'll get covered with the paint. Okay. Yeah, that's gritty. I'm just feeling for where the varnish is with my finger. It does feel gritty. So start. Look at those feet. This little piggy went to the market. Oh, I'm just kidding. Wait, where's my... This is a silly channel. We like to have fun on this channel. My new roommate. I don't have a roommate other than my dogs. I prefer dogs as roommates, no offense. And Kai, do you think Toby would allow me to have a roommate? Kai either fell asleep or she's snuggling her babies right now that I just sent her. Oh, there she is. I know, right? He won't even let you sleep over in the room. And he knows you for what? Almost 3 years now? He met you? He loves you. He just... You're the only one he's ever even let near him besides Well, he likes you more than Ronnie, let's just say that. But I mean my brother, but that's because he does better with females because he was something happened to him with a male. I know it. I know something happened. His behavior shows it. So I said to my brother, when you come over, you just got to pretend that Toby's a lion at the zoo. You know? You can look, but you can't touch. He'll throw him treats over the gate and stuff like that, but is Max your biggest roommate now? For now? You're in the cloud 9 stage right now. Okay, I'm gonna use this. You know, not last night, the night before. You know, I'm going through all my Google photos, going all the way from the beginning that I've had Google photos. And the other night, I found all my pictures of Ella when she first came home. Oh, and all the pictures of when I first painted her the first time, the second time. Oh man, I forgot the amount of work it was, and but also even how adorable she was before she was painted. Um, just wow, amazing. There were pictures close up of her details on her hands and stuff like that. And I just so grateful to have her, you know. Very grateful. She still has the first outfit she ever wore when she first came home. And I even saw the cake, the Welcome Home Ella cake that my mom and sister bought me. Congratulations on Ella or something like that. When she first came home, so she wasn't even painted yet. And my sister picked her up a couple outfits. That was really sweet that they did that. Is this the same lake? I'm seeing some trees there. Hershey's being a big mouth. Okay, where's this? Just making sure there's any fuzz or hair. It sticks to her. There's a little piece up here. Okay. So I'm already seeing a difference here. And she'll get the second layer. Wow. This is so shiny compared. Look at that. Wow, and that's only one layer. She's going to have 2 layers, but this is only 1 layer. There we go. So that leg is done. Put that on the blanket here. One step closer, Miss Ellie. One step closer. And Cooper, yeah. Well, I got roommates upstairs and I got roommates downstairs. My day roommates and then my night roommates. Okay, I'm going to rinse this off so it doesn't get hard. Because if it stays hard, it leaves more brush strokes. And it won't spread it as nicely. I brought Spencer on earlier. He must have been at work. He had a, I showed you how he had spa day yesterday. But he had on his red outfit. It looks so cute on him. Tracy came down here to grab the legs to Levi and Elijah and arms to put in my kit, the big bag where I'm keeping all the kits right now, other than the ones that I'm working on. Well, and other than the ones I have dressed. But their heads are hiding with Nino. So. See, you can see the line from where I'm matting. Well, you could if it wasn't so dang blurry. It's not doing it. I don't know why. Oh, here, now you can see it. See where this is all matte and then this is all shiny? So you can see when I turn the leg, the difference between the two sides. Amazing. Yeah, because she's quite glossy. So this will make a big difference in reborning her. AKA painting. Reborning means hand painting dolls. Bringing them to life by hand. That's what reborn means. That's why they're called reborns. The knockoff ones, they're using the term reborns, but they're not reborns. Reborns are handmade. They use machines. That's why it doesn't look as real. The veining, everything, it looks much more realistic with the authentics because it's all handmade. And that's why they're more expensive. Well, the cost of the kit can make them expensive too. because pricing always starts at the cost of the kit. And the kits alone, like Bonnie Brown has one that's 119 American for a newborn, and that's only for the kit. It does not include hair, eyes, the painting. That's just for the blank kit. And that doesn't even include the taxes. So yeah. But it's worth that because they're made in the highest grade vinyl. Very low toxic vinyl. The knockoffs are very high in toxins because they use a cheap vinyl because they wouldn't be able to sell them at that cost if they were using a high grade vinyl. So they use a cheaper vinyl, which is more toxic, especially if a child has it. And they put it, you know how kids put their hands in their mouths and kiss their babies and all that? Well, it's more dangerous with one of the knockoffs. So that's why they want their kits made in the top vinyl. So they're safe. There, I got it off. It's a piece of fuzz I got caught in there. Need some more.
You still live?
Yeah. Why? What time is it?
Almost 5.
Oh, I'm almost done.
Look, I got some more stuff for you.
I'm doing her last leg.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
This was in Joey's bag.
I got, where's the clear bags? I had them down there. Put them in that clear bag there, please.
I'm gonna try this hat on if it doesn't.
Oh, can you let Toby out? I had to, because he wouldn't stop barking, and I'm trying to.
Are you baking today?
No, this is air dry.
You're doing hair dry?
I can't bake. It's freezing.
Oh, I thought you were doing the baking paints today.
Weekends I'm not doing heat set.
Oh.
Because I'm already late starting the heat sets. I mean air dry. I was supposed to start them in January.
Oh. What are you doing today?
This is Ellie.
Okay.
I'm doing priming on Ellie.
Okay.
And I may already have someone interested. I'm not 100% sure.
What if someone's interested while you're working on them?
If I know them, I will allow that. If I don't know them, I don't allow that. It's too stressful for me.
Do they start making payments while you're
No.
working on them?
They can if I know them. If I know them. But if I don't know them, I don't allow that.
Okay.
Just because of the drama I had to deal with that.
Yes, I know.
You know, because you never know when vertigo's going to creep up.
Or I'm going to keep it for her. If it doesn't, I'll give it to you for the big kit. But this is a really big hat.
Okay, so she's got that line there that didn't get done. So I need to get that covered up. Excellent.
Anything I don't like about the hat, the ears flop down. I didn't know if you had to. Nah, I don't want it. I just put the big one back. I have a girl hat here. It's for like the bigger kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it'll fit their head for sure. The yellow gumma. But the ears flop down. I just give it to you to see what you want to do, but this is a really big Disney hat.
Oh, okay.
But the ears were going like flop. But is it Disney?
It's cute. That will probably fit,
Yama Bama, right?
no, it'd probably fit my girl right there. She's got a big head.
Oh, if you want to keep it, yeah. It'll fit her if it's the Liam kit, but maybe a tiny bit big. Okay, so where do you want it? In the bag?
Yeah, in the bag, please. All right, so I'm just going to do her feet. What a difference this stuff is making. I just need a little bit more. So I don't want to waste it.
Anyways.
It cost a pretty penny. Oops. I got it splattered on her leg right here. So I'll be working on Brittany tonight. So if you want to chime in the live.
I'll check up. Yeah.
First, I'm taking Maddie apart so I can soak her tonight.
I don't plan on doing any lives. I don't want to do any right now. Because...
Oh, you will once you got your... You'll be doing lots of lives when Brittany's done.
Yeah. I'm just not in it for some reason. I'd rather work on my videos then lip sync, then do that. And it sucks you can't use your makeup palettes on there. You only have sucky cheap ones on there. Anyways, so all the okay, so do you want me? Am I allowed to ask you right now what time? What you want for dinner tonight?
Okay, fine. I gotta fill up my sponges before I go.
Am I allowed to ask you what you want for dinner tonight?
I have no idea.
Well, we have.
Just make whatever. You don't have to tell me. Just make whatever.
Okay, let's just see what we have. Still nothing, you know. I'm really watching this. So I have to feed my dog. I need to get my stuff out of my room. Ooh, get the dog out. All my clothes are falling off now.
Wow, what a difference one layer has made already. Can't believe that. That paint is going to go on so nice. She's way more matte. Just something there in her toesies there. Okay. So I'm gonna hang her up to cure overnight, and then tomorrow I'll do her second layer. I'm gonna do her second layer of the primer tomorrow when I come back on. Tonight at 7 p.m. New York City time on TikTok, same account name, but on TikTok. I'm going to work on newborn, real-born Brittany from Bountiful Baby Asleep. Brittany Asleep. So I'll see you guys tonight for that. And tomorrow we'll do Ellie's second coat. I think I got that all good. So, okay. Thanks for that, giving that information out, Kai. I appreciate that. So, until I see you guys next time, thank you for watching.